quick update on the Nigerian equities market with Abiodun Kerekwe, analyst, Investment One Financial Services. We'll also be reviewing MCO's real estate report on the real estate investment space with the CEO, Munachi Okoye. Well, that's what you can look forward to on the show today. Now, for comments or any ideas you might have for us, send us your email on powerlunch@abn360.com or follow us on Twitter @CNBC Africa, or be a part of the show using hashtag PLWA410. Now let's take a look at how the Nigerian equities market is shaping up at the moment. The all-share index is currently marginally down by about 0.04%, still hovering around the 39,101 level. Gainers in early trade include Transcorp, Livestock, Eterna Oil, Portpaint and Jos breweries. On the flip side, we have Total, Corn Oil, Flour Mill, Mobil and Cadbury. Now, for more updates on the market in the midday trade, I'm joined from the trading floor by Abiodun Kerekwe, analyst at Investment One. Abiodun, it's great to have you on the show. Now, we hear the index is marginally up so far, marginally down so far. So start by giving us a quick roundup of trading in today's session.
Trading today's session appears to be kicking off on a slightly low sentiment, or rather on a slightly low mood. We've seen likes of Nestle actually coming in to drag down the index by about 138 basis points or 138 points, and that seems to be weighing down the market. But on the flip side, actually, is sentiment still strong for some names such as Transcorp, which is up to eat about 586 naira from previous day. And this bullish trend we've seen so far in the market seems to have been before the MPC's meeting, and even after the outcome of the meeting, which has left rates stable. Basically, what that connotes for the market is that economic variables are still relatively strong, so there is still this this reason for you to, as an equity investor, to want to look into the marketplace, because rates at the fixed income market, interbank rates, are slightly trending downwards, even though over the week there's been some expansion in yields, as in bond yields. So basically that means there's some sell-off at the bond end of the market, while interbank rates are not looking very attractive. So in that sense, you did expect some activity in the equities market, which I think is what we're seeing currently.
Now let's look at performance of some of the stocks that have released their earnings this week. We'll start with Sterling Bank. Now yesterday we saw that stock down 0.42%. Now, are you starting to see the market respond positively to the numbers that were released?
Sterling Bank's story is quite interesting. The bank has actually trying to do a lot around their capital base. We've seen them come up with some 12.5 billion rights issue in the last quarter, and also they are into some private placement of about 13 million US dollar. And basically what that connotes is the bank is trying to make strong their capital base, and we've seen some good growth from their deposit side of the balance sheet, and also some impressive growth from the loan side of the balance sheet. And on the P&L side, there's been strong growth from interest income actually, while also their interest expense line also rose. And basically the impact on profitability was clear. We see profitability also improve. But in the market, I don't think the market is reacting strongly to that number, in my opinion. As of today, the stock is marginally gained about 5 kobo, which does not show a very strong reaction from the but I expect that stock. I expect reaction should improve maybe into the rest of the week, or rather into the new week, as we step into the new week.
Let's look at the insurance space. Now, we saw Royal Exchange Q3 earnings, gross premium up 7.6% to 6.43 billion naira, profit before tax down 22.2%. Now, the stock has gone down 1.82% since the earnings came through. So how is that stock trading today?
Royal Exchange appears to be on offer as we speak. I guess the numbers are not, the market is seeming not to be welcoming the number in a very positive mood. How long that will last, I really can't tell, because there seems to just be a negative sentiment towards the insurance sector, which we've seen or observed over the last 2 to 3 years, if not more. And basically, I think that sentiment still continues to depress the stocks in the sector, despite that some of the names in the sector are coming out with clearer numbers. Some of them are even coming up from a negative position into a profit position.
Yes,
basically.
Certainly. I mean, for example, we saw Prestige releasing their full year 2012 numbers, and we saw profit before tax go up 448%. Our stock has gone up 1.82% in yesterday's trade, but you would expect that the market would respond positively to those sort of gains.
Yes, definitely. One would expect market to respond positively to that, but I don't think that positivity is strong. Really. I guess the market is looking forward to some other news flow away from their fundamental numbers, away from their numbers to actually see if it's worth taking position in those names. But personally, my view is that the insurance sector should actually be one of the most profitable sector because of the drivers that drive the industry. So I probably did say it's just a matter of time. How long that time is, I can't tell. Maybe another 2, 3, 5 years. But I believe over a longer time period, there's going to be a significant correction. But the question is, are investors, do they have that waiting power, that waiting time to sit and wait in some names? Because those names are pretty trading at massive discounts, really, if you ask me. But I don't think the investors, as to speak, have that waiting power or the waiting time. And on the back of that, they may just continue to trade at these levels. But I think, like I earlier said, there will be some upward repricing, but the time frame will be longer than it is.
Now, let's quickly mention Omatech. We saw their full year 2012 numbers out yesterday. Revenue up 275%, and the company has gone from a loss of 293 million in 2011 to a profit before tax of 243 million naira in 2012. So we haven't seen any movement in that stock this year. So I was just wondering what's going on there.
I think Omatech in the technology space as it is, over time there's not been so much activity in that name, even in the sector as a whole. eTransact, Charms, and a few other names that we have that are quoted. There've been really no significant activity in their name. Truth is, they've not been coming clear to the marketplace with good numbers, so expectedly the market ain't even looking in that direction. For Omatech, I basically do not strongly cover Omatech. I don't cover Omatech, so I may not give a clear direction. I may not be able to give a clear direction as to their numbers and what to expect from the company.
Let's talk about Dangote Flour now. We saw, Q3 earnings from the company, not too good, but still we saw that stock go up 1.1% in yesterday's trade, which isn't much, but still surprising. So what's going on with Dangote Flour today?
Dangote Flour, I think today it has marginally picked up about a 1% gain, which is maybe about a kobo gain, and that's still very flat performance in my opinion. The company is not just been coming good with very impressive numbers. They've been churning out some some losses over the last 1 to 2 years, and that's clearly reflecting on the pricing, even though this year the stock has managed to pick up some gains, but I don't think those gains, compared to what we've seen in other names in the sector, flour mills, Honeywell Flour, compared to them, you did say relatively that the stock is not moving in trend with peers in terms of pricing and in terms of market reaction to their numbers.
What about Guinness? Because we saw Q1 for 2014 revenue down to 22 billion naira, PBT down to 1.87 billion. Still, that stock has gone up 6.4% since the result came through. So what reaction are you seeing to Guinness today?
Guinness, really, there's a lot of foreign portfolio interest in a name such as Guinness and Nigerian breweries and some other names in that category. So even when the numbers come out sometimes negative, you still see some positive reaction towards those names. The fact is, the drivers of the industry are tight. The brewery industry, the drivers are tight. We have a good purchasing or consumer appetite for beer and brewery products in this country. We have a good population, but the truth is that there's been some level of shift in demand away from brewery to some other products. I guess consumers are just getting a bit more selective.
Okay, Abiodun, let's leave it there. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have. But thank you for coming on the show. That was Abiodun Kerikpe, an analyst at Investment One Financial.